Hi guys. So on your spiral review for 7.2, one of the things that you're going to be asked to do is subtract linear expressions. So I wanted to do a quick little video to help you remember how to do that. All right, so first off, on number one, I see that I have the expression, the algebraic expression 9r minus 5. And then I have subtracted from it the algebraic expression negative 4r plus 9. Now remember, way back at the very beginning when we were talking about adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, when we talked about subtraction, we kept talking about how subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. Then when we came to subtracting linear expressions, we talked about the same thing. Subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. That means we're going to rewrite the first expression exactly as it is. So 9r minus 5. Then I'm going to change my subtraction sign that's in between the two algebraic expressions into addition. And then I'm going to write the opposite of each term inside of the second parentheses. So I'm going to write the opposite of this term, and I'm going to write the opposite of this term. Well, the opposite of negative 4r is positive 4r. So I'm going to write 4r. The opposite of positive 9 is negative 9. Now keep in mind, plus negative 9, another way I can write that would be just minus 9. Now when we talked about doing these, we talked about there's a couple ways that we could do it. We could box in our terms and then combine the like terms, or we can stack and add. The first one I'm going to do is the stack and add. So I'm going to rewrite this one more time, 9r minus 5, and directly underneath it, I'm going to put 4r minus 9. So now I'm going to add them two together. So I'm going to take 9r plus 4r. That gives me 13r. Then I'm going to add negative 5 plus negative 9, or negative 5 minus 9. So same signs. That means I add the two together. So that gives me 14. And then I'm going to use the common sign. So that means negative 14. Or minus 14. Okay, so I can either write it as 13r plus negative 14 or 13r minus 14. And to be honest with you, this is the better way to write it. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and look at number 2. If you want to, you can pause the video and give it a try and then come back and check your answer. If not, you can just hang with me and we can do this. All right, so I see that we have two linear expressions being subtracted. So I need to change the problem to where I'm adding the opposite. So that means I'm going to keep the first one exactly as it is, negative 6k minus 4. Change subtraction to addition, and then I'm going to write the opposite of this term and the opposite of this term. Well, the opposite of negative 3k is positive 3k. Opposite of positive 4 is negative 4. Now keep in mind, we have minus negative 4. The two negatives make a positive. So that becomes 3k plus 4. Now what I want to do is I want to use the strategy of boxing in my terms. I'm going to put a big old box around it, and in front of every addition and subtraction signs, I'm going to put my vertical lines. I have this algebraic term, this constant, algebraic term, constant. I'm going to add my two algebraic terms, negative 6k plus positive 3k. That gives me negative 3k. So now I'm done with this one and this one. So now I'm going to take negative 4 plus positive 4. When I take negative 4 plus positive 4, I get 0. So plus 0. Now there's a better way to write that. The zero, there's no sense in having the plus zero there. So we could just write negative 3k. Okay? Alrighty, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, and do your spiral review. It's due on Friday.